How many of you have seen Chainsaw Man the movie? So many people are praising it like it's the next coming of Christ, bro. And you know what? I'm so jealous. Like the Demon Slayer movie and the Chainsaw Man movie. What am I gonna do? Bring a phone in there to the theaters and try to react? I can't. I gotta wait for the actual digital release. So I'm waiting for that. But there's some discourse happening. There's some stupid ass journalists that have their own stupid, jaded, insane perspective about what Chainsaw Man is. And we're gonna talk about that. Shout out to Hero Hey. Loser wants to cancel the Chainsaw Man movie. Let's hear about this take.
Guys had a wonderful Halloween. I actually saw the Chainsaw Man movie,
Woo!
Reze arc movie yesterday, and it was really good. I would say it's definitely in my top anime movies of all time.
Top of all time. Better than Demon Slayer? You know what? Straight up. A lot of people complain about Demon Slayer movie of it just being little to no fights and all just fucking flashback stuff. And to me, I want to know more about the Akaza flashback of how sad his backstory really is. But I'm sure a lot of the target audience wants boom, boom, pow, pow. Fucking breathing, you know, cutting off demons' heads. And because that didn't happen as much in part one, I think a lot of people would say Chainsaw Man over Demon Slayer movie for now, right?
Definitely a great movie. But you know who didn't like that movie? The Guardian, the activists at The Guardian. Very typical that they would be offended by something that, you know, really shouldn't be offensive.
2 out of 5. Let's read the head title. Chainsaw Man the movie, Reze arc review. Gore-soaked demonic anime squats in the manosphere. I'm surprised there isn't more buzzwords in there. Please describe what the manosphere means. I'm sure they're trying to say that this anime is heavily, you know, pandering towards like fucking incels. Hold on. Tatsuki Fujimoto's coming of age saga continues with the surreal encounter with the chainsaw wielding demon living in a teenager's soul. I'm sure they're gonna talk all this shit about how, yeah, this anime is the problem why a bunch of young men are just losers and incels and it feeds into it and this is just like an incel anime. Like, what the hell does that even mean? Describe it to me.
But that's how these sort of people are. Always looking to complain.
Manosphere is spelt wrong? Oh, that is embarrassing. Hold up. Manop sheer. Damn! And this is a fucking journalist, by the way. this is a professional journalist. Bro, couldn't even... At least he didn't use ChatGPT, right? Because that would have fixed this, but that is embarrassing.
Complain about nonsense, always looking to virtue signal, always looking to be a victim. As you can see, they say...
Professional victims. How can I make it about me? I woke up, I'm fucking pissed off. How can I label myself as a victim and blame everything in the world except myself?
It's a manosphere movie. Like, what freaking brain rot do you have to be succumbing to watch that movie and be like, oh, manosphere? Like, what a...
Like, I mean, if you're trying to say that this anime's target audience are men, you're right. That's not wrong, right? Chainsaw Man, absolutely. Especially with Makima Denji dynamics. It is for sure, like, Jujutsu Kaisen, I think a lot more girls watch it because Gojo is so hot. There's a lot of hot guys, not any fan service. Chainsaw Man doesn't really have that. It's more about simping for Makima and a bunch of masochists that wants to be put on a collar. So yes, I would agree that the target audience is for young men, but when you say manosphere, there's a different connotation added onto that. When I say the objective target audience is for young men, that's just fact. It's just statistics, it's marketing, it's business. But manosphere is like specifically like a negative connotation in which you try to generalize an audience of very like negative traits of like depressed, lonely, loser, miserable, incel, simp. Just add in all these different buzzwords and say they are the problem with, you know, the society that we live in, and this movie is perpetuating that movement. It's like, shut the fuck up.
Loser take. The whole article here is only 4 paragraphs long, and they end with this. Man, is it male-oriented.
Yeah, no fucking shit it is! Alright, let's read this. Before a final descent into exhausting city trashing, its gleeful perversity is semi-interest. Oh. This is what this reminds me of. Shallow and pedantic. Y'all know this? I love this, bro. The way that the first sentence is structured. Oh, it is semi-interesting. It tickles my brain just a bit. Huh? I find this shallow and pedantic. Oh, yes. Shut the fuck up. What the success of these titles tells us is that there's an audience whose desires aren't currently being met by Hollywood pencil pushers. Man, I mean... Yeah, do you know what the pencil pushers are doing? They're making all these fucking movies trying to self-insert DEI representations of caricatures and characters that is so forced that it feels so artificial. Like, to have like people of color and women be inserted into roles that have no actual like addition to make the movie better. Like, if there is an actual black character or like a female character or anything else, right, that warrants the show to be like that, for sure, let's watch it. But how many remakes, how many shows have we seen they're just fucking rage baiting? They go off the culture war shut. They try to make the Little Mermaid black. They know what they're fucking doing. And I feel bad for the black actress in that. And she gets caught in this fucking identity politics culture war bullshit. And people are so racist to that. And that's going to make people more racist. The more you try to prop up these artificial representations of inclusivity, the more people will be forced to the right and become actual racist. And that's why the current media culture, the current climate of where we live in, why do you think so many people are like the meta is shifting? It's because you force these superficial, made up, bullshit identity politics onto people who just want to watch good content, and they're going to become radicalized.
Though, from Denji's frilly pink fantasies to the fact Reze becomes more pornographic in appearance the more...
Pornographic appearance. That's right. Fan service, bro. It's a bunch of Puritans who sees sexy women, who sees female characters wearing scanted clothing or maybe none at all, and they say, this is the fucking devil, bro. This is the fucking Antichrist. This is everything that's wrong with society.
Demonic she gets. Yoshihara is not shy about courting those who might have felt uniquely wronged by the opposite sex. What a rush.
What do you mean by that? Not shy about courting those who might have felt uniquely wronged by the opposite sex. So basically, the structure of this sentence is saying those who might have been felt uniquely wronged by the opposite sex. He's talking about these people who watch the movie who are young men are losers. That's what he's saying. That they got that these are like it's like fucking Kenta Yamasaki from what's it, Chitose in a ramen bottle right now. You have one bad interaction with the girl, and now you become a shut-in need, and all you do is fucking jack off to hentai in your fucking man cave. That's what they're trying to fucking label every Chainsaw Man fan as. Exactly, that they're appealing to incels, and that this is the fucking problem.
Denji squawks in one such incel-friendly indelicacy. I just cut off a beautiful woman's leg. And that's...
Yeah, because this is an anime! Okay, this is so crazy. I just cut off a beautiful woman's leg. This is a dude that fucking rips the cord and turns into a chainsaw and fights devils. Like, to try to use this out of context line to a bunch of people who may not even know about Chainsaw Man to say that this is, incel-friendly delicacy, bro. This is like so evil. It's so vile. These young men have now fantasies about cutting, just like dismembering sexy girl, like because of their like, what? Brother in Christ, how about the fact that the beautiful woman is literally blowing shit up? This is the other way. Someone that is disingenuous could come in with a different angle and say, just some sort of like anti-women movement and say, I can't believe Reze is represented as a terrorist in this movie. She goes on to blow shit up after seducing a man. This is what's all wrong with female. Do you know how easy it is to write these fucking bullshit articles? This is what they do. They try to think about, how can I fucking make outrage? How can I rage bait? How can I make myself the victim? You're gonna, this article is about shitting on the male audience, right? I'm gonna shit on the female audience, or like the female character. Reze is a depiction of a fucking demon who seduces young men and blows shit up. She's a fucking terrorist. Like you could have such an anti-woman statement in here too if you could just make shit up. It's so easy. It's so disingenuous.
Actually where they end the article. They then spend more time here grifting, literally asking people to send them money. Oh, give us $5.
You know what? Make better content, pussy. Begging for money like this? Shut the fuck up. If you have a good product, if you have an actual good article, if you had ideas and opinions that actually compel the masses in a genuine, authentic way, you don't have to beg for subs. How many times have you seen me fucking beg for subs or say fucking go sub to my Patreon? I don't think I really have. I say show up to the Twitch. Go check out Patreon for early access. I don't do that in much of the videos though, right? Because the content speaks for itself. If you have a good product, a good service, people want more of it. You advertise your other business streams with YouTube, videos. You compel the masses. They want to spend money. Give people a good time. They want to swipe the credit card. These fucking losers, all they do is latch onto outrage and rage bait and hope that like, oh, come on, you have to send me money.
$1 a month or even $15 a month to write more nonsense like this. We value the money you give us. I don't even like using that word grifter because it's just kind of like another buzzword that's lost its meaning.
Yes, but I do believe that this is a grifter. And if they're not, then they're just fucking retarded. And that's the most amazing thing about grifters, bro. Grifting, again, is the act of platforming ideas and values that you don't really believe in, but you know an audience exists. You know that if you say these talking points, that audience exists and you can farm them. But you don't actually care about what you're saying. That is a grifter, bro. And here's the other thing. If you're not grifting, then are you just fucking stupid? That's the only two outcomes. It's the funniest stuff. You're either being a fraud with intent to scam the audience, or you're just so fucking stupid that this is your true opinions. I don't know what's worse.
But these sort of people, these sort of like modern audience activists are the ones who perpetuated that word. So now I just kind of find amusement in turning it back on them, in particular because it actually fits them pretty dang well. And this alleged Denji quote here where he says, I just cut off a beautiful woman's leg. I don't even think that's actually the quote either.
They made this shit up. They straight up just making shit up at this point in order to inject their own fucking virtue signaling social justice warrior stance onto how Chainsaw Man is a bunch of fucking, only incels watch. This is the problem with our society right now. Young men want to cut off beautiful women's leg. This is an anime about a dude that turns into a chainsaw and the beautiful woman is blowing up the city. What the fuck? You know what? Somebody just fucking make this Chainsaw Man movie and say how like there's like animal rights activists, called PETA, bro. Denji is riding a fucking dolphin or a shark. Shark lives matter. This dude doesn't treat the shark as a friend. This dude is simply riding a mountain the shark and the shark gets injured. And oh my god, will somebody think about sharks? Do you see how ridiculous I sound right now? But I guarantee you there's some schizos online that'd be like, true! Animal rights matter and shark lives matter. Listen, I care about animals too. But do you see that the way that I'm trying to portray this artificial bullshit, trying to fucking nitpick something and to make a bigger deal out of it in order to grift into an audience that's just as retarded?
I think that dude might have made that up. Because if I recall, I think he said it was like a shame or something. Like he was sad that he had to do that. And like regardless though,
completely misrepresents the context in which the leg was cut off. Not that it even matters, but like the degrees at which these people will go to paint shit in such a different light than what it actually is. Ugh.
She did so much worse to him. Are you kidding me? She freaking like, I don't want to spoil.
Talk about the grooming aspect, bro. You care about fucking young men? Talk about how fucking Denji's getting groomed and that he doesn't even understand the actual like relationship structure and the power dynamics and that he's the actual victim in this. If you actually care, but they don't. They don't care about this shit.
Too much for people who haven't seen this yet. So I'll just leave it at that, I guess. She does way worse to him. Like, it's not even comparable. And if you haven't seen the movie, dude, definitely consider watching it.
Yeah.
Really, really great movie. I love how good the animation is, but also the choreography. I think too many anime nowadays don't do enough good choreography. Too many are focused on just like really good animation, but then the choreography is kind of a
choreography. He actually cares about like the different martial arts fighting stuff. Okay.
Complete mess. This movie had both, which big A+. I'll leave it there though.
All right, and again, I've heard only positive things about Chainsaw Man, and I can't wait to actually react to it, but we gotta wait for the digital release, man. But isn't it ridiculous? It's so funny to me, bro. These people who have nothing of actual value, all they do is grift and think about how they can make themselves a victim and rage bait an audience into fucking sending them money. Like, if you actually had good content, you wouldn't have to beg like this. Holy shit, make better content, you fucking loser. Here's a link to the video. Check out Hero, hey. Check out Hero's content for more stuff like this. See you next time.